like we've been here before. We're both so broke, that's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow, we can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. Hand out, she holds, it's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke, that's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow, we can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. 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 We've all been here before.
Did we take it too far to say that we cannot pretend now? Was it never enough to have just everything you want? In your shadow I found a place to hide me from my own thoughts. And if I ever got lost, you find a way to bring me home. And I want something I can Way too many faces in the crowd, but I think that I see you. One too many days got me changing up the way that I need you. Now we're both at a bar, acting like it's not hard, trying to feel something different. Talk to somebody new, kinda wish it was you, kinda numb to the feeling. Now that you're gone, they say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months and I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to. I can't seem to. Now that you're gone, I can't seem to. I can't seem to. Laying on my floor, thinking about all the things that we've been through. From 24/7 to pretending like I never met you. No, it's all for the best, 'cause I know we're a mess every time we're together. Going out of my mind, and I wish I could lie, tell you that it gets better. Now that you're gone, they say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months where I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to. I that you came this far unbroken. If it's destiny, you wrote it. Focus, but you gotta be focused. Make or break, it's the last goodbye they remember you for. They're calling your name, go and take what's yours. Here, now, it's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment. Rise up, you give it all that you got and you rise up. All the stories that tell about the champion who came from the crown. Are you ready to carry it now? Going full speed, never stop, never quit. You're the only one, you got to convince that nothing's too far out of your reach. 'Cause all you are is what you believe. Here, now, it's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment. Falling away as I'm searching for the break of a day to follow away to you. 'Cause at the end of the
Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. We are here once again, and we have LVC Valorant taking on Bryant and Stratton College in Virginia. I'm not too sure. I don't know too much about this team, but we do play them twice, actually. This one is for NECC Week 2. As we saw last week, we had LVC take on Florida International University, FIU, and they ended up taking that series 2-1. So that was very good showing from them, especially in the last two maps. And I'm joined here by Claudio.
Hello everyone, my name is Claudio. The sub for Team 1 for Valorant. Last week we saw a really good match with the comeback. You know, got the last two maps and LVC came back from the series. And let's hope today we get a 2-0. That's the hope every game. And yeah, I mean, strong team. This week we have Reliable in instead of Squirtle. Let's see how the team does with, you know, the new member getting put in for this series.
Yeah, so from what I know, the change is just temporary, at least for the moment. Unfortunately, Squirtle Masters, he may have injured his fingers playing basketball, so he has to sit out for now. I didn't know we were going to have to file an injury report this week for Valorant or for esports in general, but
Yeah.
here we are. We're just waiting on the lobby to everyone to get into the lobby and get on their respective teams. So we should be starting just a little bit. I don't know the maps that I forgot to ask. I believe map 1 is Fracture, though, as that's what it's currently set to. So I'm assuming that's map 1. We've seen Fracture a little bit from LVC. Do you know anything about, you know, the strategy going into this map here?
Not much. I know they were talking a lot about their post plants because usually that's one of the areas where LVC struggles. A lot of over peeking after a bomb gets down. So I think they're going to try and play it more passively this time around and really try to use abilities to delay the defuse on the bomb.
All right, so
So we should see more of that.
yes,
going into this
and
game.
another thing, LVC played really well in their match on Friday as well. They took on Drexel and they 2-0'd them pretty convincingly, if I remember correctly. So honestly, I think they're in a very good spot this week, as I think they can put themselves at 2-0 in NECC to start off NECC here. I forget who they play at the end of this week, but we will actually see this matchup again in, I think, 2 weeks, a week or two,
Yeah.
in NACE. So I'm very curious to see how LVC decide to approach this matchup, and especially the next one, knowing how Bryant and Stratton plays and how they will carry that into the next series that they play against them in a few weeks.
Yeah, I think it's really going to depend on, whether they win or lose a series, how they're going to approach the next one. Because if they win, LVC tends to not change that many things. So they, second time around could go, either way if we don't change anything. But if we lose, there's definitely going to be changes. And we'll see how they compare, 2 weeks from now.
And now we are finally getting into the game here. We will be on Fracture. I always enjoy seeing this map as, I don't know, to me it's just a very interesting one, as there's just so many ways to go about approaching the bomb sites. And obviously you have to mention the rope as well across the across the spawns. So we'll see as the picks coming in. We'll see Fade, Neon, Chamber, Breach, and Viper, which I would say is fairly standard. We see this a type of setup a lot, and it looks like Reliable will be taking the direct place of Squirtle, also playing on Fade. We typically see Squirtle play Fade on pretty much every map, so Reliable just going to replace and play Fade as well. And on the other side, we're going to see the exact same comp actually, unless if NECC here ends up picking someone else, and he does. He picks Brim here. So that's the only difference, though. Just a Brim instead of a Breach. Pretty similar, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, smoke-wise, I feel like the combo with Breach Ult and Brim Ult, if they get it off at the same time, that could be devastating for a site push because they can't move out of the Brim Ult. And then LVC having the double wall with the Neon Viper is good too, because if one of them dies, they have the other wall to play around with. That's why Neon's really good on this map. Allows you to push onto site without necessarily waiting for Viper to come through with her wall, and it gives duelists the ability to sort of have util for them to get on site by themselves.
Yes, and it looks like we will see the players of Bryant and Stratton look towards this B site, and that's going to put a lot of pressure here onto Sardog very early, depending on how they approach this. I would imagine they would send the Neon in very, very quickly and just kind of peek it as she can slide down those stairs there, or even just go for a little slide cancel, bit of Call of Duty type gameplay and approach it that way. But we will start off with Bryant and Stratton here. Looks like they're going to go towards the back of this site, and now Sardog going to run into a lot of these players. Does get stunned, so he's just going to have to TP on out. And now that is pretty much site control for Bryant and Stratton. First blood going to go to Floof there as he takes down Zario. Plant going to go down. As now LVC forced into a 4v5 retake. As Reliable finds one, John Cook gonna get traded out, and Sardog just not hitting any of those shots. They need at least one of those.
No charges.
The Haunt will detect just one player here. It will be in B main, but it's a 2v4, very little time remaining. This is looking like a great first round for the side of Bryant and Stratton. And Mamba gonna find Juice, and now it's just a 1v4 here Reliable maybe just trying to stay alive, but it does not matter. He's going to get peeked by everyone at once, and that's a round on the board. The first pistol round of the series goes the way of Bryant and Stratton.
Yeah, LVC losing pistol rounds of traditions. Kind of a joke by now.
Yeah, I was going to mention that earlier too. The LVC has a tendency to just lose every single pistol round. I don't know why that is. They just don't like the pistols.
Yeah.
And I mean, we saw Sardog there, just not having the greatest shots there. He missed, I think, 3-4 sheriff shots, and that's a lot of money down the tubes as well. So we'll see how that plays out over the next few rounds with the early game econ. As that blind manages to hit pretty much every Bryant and Stratton player. The right clicks, though, not there. As now Reliable just trying to stay up here. Zario going to at least find a trade. As now we have a 4v4.
Now they rotate with bomb to B as they pulled LVC towards A.
And Sardog only going to get one there, so that will be spiked down, but Snock's going to be right behind the player with bomb, so it will go down on the B site. We'll see 2 push from CT or from T spawn as Juice going to push back through Arcade. He's going to run into the fade here, and he's not going to expect it. Now a 2v3, they know where they are. Zario just flying through, doesn't expect JV to be right around the boxes, and JV gonna find the second, as that's a 2-0 round advantage now for the side of Bryant and Stratton.
All right, first buy round for LVC here. They need to get this round as the enemy is bonusing. You win this round and next round, ideally, to be in a good position into round 5.
So what has really been the main factor here for Bryant and Stratton? Why do you think they've been taking these rounds so convincingly?
I mean, the last round they faked and they had the weapon advantage, so I feel like just by that, it's really easy to just win round 2, you know, when you're up on guns. But this round is really important for LVC to win. And then next round 2, which they will have a buy versus buy, hopefully, as long as LVC wins this round.
Reliable definitely going to spot at least 1, possibly 2 there off the peak from Heaven. And now all of these players from Bryant and Stratton just going to expect him. He does see the shoulder of 1, gets the shots, and is he going to get 2? No. That is a rifle in the hands of BSC.
Sardog TPing out. Smart play there to stay alive and wait for his team for the retake.
John Cook does get 1, but he's quickly traded, so we have a 3v3 here. Spike going to go down. Zario going to fall. Juice, very, very quick trade.
Now 2v2 with the Viper and Chamber playing together. The attackers have 1 tower, 1 on site. They see him peek behind the box.
Juice going to pick off that player, as now it's a 1v2 here for Floof. And he's going to get taken down. That is going to be the first round on the board here for LVC. That retake was just necessary for them if they wanted to stay in this game.
Yeah. Alright, let's look at buys here. So as expected, the attackers have a full buy this round. And LVC needs to get this round to really ruin the attackers' economy. They have 3 rifles and a Spectre. Chamber probably going to use his pistol with the full shield. They just got to play for pigs here and play the man advantage if they get one.
And it looks like the ultimates might come in within the next round or 2. We're going to see a couple players from BSC pushed over towards Satellite, and it's just going to be a 1-for-1 trade. As now Floof, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that one. I'm having a rough one. As now he's going to rotate over to his teammates. Although the bulk of the LVC defense is going to be here. Reliable going to be in a good spot here. He could spot a few. Juice, though, taking him down. Finds two through the boxes. Reliable jumps down and pays with his life. As now Zario might be in a good spot.
It's
Just trying to
interesting
play it
here
slow.
that the attackers stay A main after losing 2 players and knowing that there's multiple LVC defenders on the A site. They're going to stick with it and try and push A main.
And now Zario just looking to get a crossover onto the bomb site. Sardog
30
still
seconds
just
left.
making sure that there's no flank coming in on the B site, but all the pressure going to be here on A.
20 seconds left in the round. Attackers have to make a push here.
Zario gonna get marked by that haunt, but only after he's spotted and finds the second, just trying to bait for his teammate, and doesn't matter. That is 3 on the round for Zario, and a 2-2 round count as LVC managed to tie this one up after not having the greatest start. And it looks like we'll see 2 ultimates from each team here. Juice gonna have that Viper's Pit, and Zario going to have the ultimate for Neon. As we'll see Snox have the same, and JV is going to have the Tour de Force. So we might see that one come out in this round.
Stop them, please.
He
Thank
doesn't.
you.
It doesn't look like he's buying, so that's what I would imagine to see.
You want to play? Let's play.
There's the audio cue. Tour de Force pulled out for JV. We'll see what he can pull off with it. And he's almost going to get picked. He's got no shield. As Snox going to pop his ultimate as well. Only gets 1, though. Trades coming in.
Spike down B.
This position for Zario might be huge. If Mamba get good timing, that is 1 for Zario. And now,
Spike planted.
definitely going to be down to this Tour de Force and what damage can be done.
This could really make the difference this round.
He spots Juice, but the wall going to go up just in time as now Zario by himself, and Foof managing to find that kill. So
That was a good round for the economy of Bryant Stratton here. As, you know, 2 ults basically won them the round where they didn't have guns. So going to this round, they have the weaponry to win this one too.
and it looks like the ultimate investment will pay off a bit there. Not really going to do much for JV, but still managed to at least spot Juice and kind of point out where he's at. So he'll get something out of it. So now we'll see Zario fly through. As you know, the whole team's here and gonna just spot 1 and back on down as John Cook gonna get traded, but that's still big for them. Viper's Pit going to get thrown down from Juice. How will they decide to play this one? Is Zario just gonna find a corner? And
I'm surprised Zario hasn't ulted this round yet. So it could really make a difference and win LVC this round.
a lot of ultimates really here available from LVC. None of them gonna get popped besides this Viper's Pit for now. As we see just a standstill outside the pit.
Yeah. Chamber looks like he's pushing back towards B.
This is his team though, just gonna stay on A. I would imagine he has a teleport that he wants to get set up. Sardog might spot him, and he definitely does. And that's an ultimate pop for the Nightfall.
30 seconds
Will
left.
get put down as there's some fighting on the B site. And it looks like the orbital strike will find 1. Not quite sure who that picked off. I believe it was Juice that gets picked by the orbital strike. As now the retake in the hands of LVC. How will they approach it? Nothing gonna get spotted with the haunt. Reliable gonna look towards A main here. Might be able to catch 1, maybe 2, depending on the angle he takes. His teammates just gonna push from.
Last player
And
standing.
as I say that, all 3 gonna fall down. No chance on the retake from LVC. Fantastic stuff from Bryant and Stratton to hold that one. Still managing to keep a lead here in this game, in this map number 1.
I don't imagine LVC's too worried about being down 2 rounds, as Fracture is known to be usually an attack-sided map. The attackers are going to split the attack this time, pushing B main and arcade.
And the hunt from Reliable just going to get destroyed. Nothing really going to get spotted. They're going to know that there's players here, but not know how many or where they're at. There's a couple are going to push from the backside. And Reliable just going to shoot through the wall and finds a free headshot. I don't know how he managed that one. JV, though, going to get the trade on the juice. John Cook
might use the breach ult here for the retake.
And he will pull it as now Zario trying to sprint through, gets concussed. As Zario spots 1 in B main. There's also going to be 2 in heaven. All the util coming out. John Cook not going to be able to get a kill there. As Reliable finds 2, that's 3 on the round for him. Finally going to get taken out. As now these last 2 players going to be in heaven. Zario with some very unfortunate timing all down to Sardog with the op. And now they're just going to bait this one out. And Sardog not going to be able to reload quick or re-chamber that bullet quick enough. As that's another round on the board for the side of BSC.
LVC still holding the Neon ult.
And looks like the timeout going to come in from LVC. So what are you seeing here from LVC that needs to be changed in order for them?
It's been really difficult for them to retake sites. I feel like the Neon ult and some of those eco rounds could have, you know, changed the tide of the situation, which they're still holding on to the Neon ult here. And yeah, to me, it's just they have to play together more. I'm not seeing that many double swings on people. It's just kind of solo play right now. So they really need to get their timings together, really get their tempo right, and have these retakes with some sort of team cohesion.
And ultimate-wise, we're going to see both Zario and Sardog with their ultimates for Neon and Chambers. So those are both very, very effective ultimates when it comes to finding frags.
All right,
And
Chamber ult goes.
And that's the tour de force for Sardog. JV
down.
going to be watching this angle with the op. So
Chamber versus Chamber standoff on B.
although Reliable going to get picked early, and looks like Sardog going to take that 1v1. That's Snox looking to get through here with his team. Is now all the util being thrown, but this is a good spot for John Cook. He might be able to find at least one. Zario going to pick one off with the pistol.
Last player standing.
Although none of the kills going the way of LVC.
Now in a 1v3 with a tour de force.
Spike planted.
Zai.
4 bullets.
Might just be the weapon you want. And there's one. It looks like he might get pinched here as the concussion comes in.
None of the attackers on site.
Teleport's ready.
He's definitely going to have to swing one of these players here. He might look towards heaven. It doesn't matter. He's pinched either way. Foof going to find that kill. And that's another round on the board for Bryant and Stratton.
For sure. Interesting way to play that postman by them with the crossfire instead of keeping the player on site there. You know, if you know the location of a player, you can just hold them down and get the win that way.
This half has looked very, very good for Bryant and Stratton. They've been doing an excellent job of baiting out the rotations and kind of getting those free plants off of off of the fakes.
I think LVC needs to take more space while defending. They're really not doing that. So Bryant and Stratton is getting all the info they can here. They have, you know, players holding A main, people pushing up B main, pushing dish. They're really narrowing down the spots where the LVC players can be at.
And it looks like Juice going to get picked early, but John Cook going to find JV on the flank. It's still a split push here for BSC. So Reliable finds another one on the Snox. Zario going to pick off another. This is looking great for LVC, a 2v4, and with the players just on opposite ends of the map from each other.
Trying to do a double site take, and it's not really working for the attackers this round.
And it looks like we'll see Mamba just kind of try and make his way back towards Floof here.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds for the attackers to get the bomb down.
It honestly almost looks more like a save. I mean, I doubt that's what they're going for here, but
OC can't really give them anything here. They need to play the number advantage for the
10
retake.
seconds
a lot of great util opportunities for Bryant and Stratton as now the spike gets planted. All of a sudden, it's a 2v2. Mamba finds one,
Sardog
finds
can't
two,
get the trade.
and now it's all up to Mamba. He's very, very weak. Will these players swing him? They do, but John Cook, knowing better, finding the headshot, ending that one quickly before anything else can happen, is LVC just trying to stay alive here. 3 more rounds left in the half, and LVC getting back on their footing here on the defense.
LVC really needs these last 3 rounds of the half.
And it looks like we won't see quite a full buy from LVC here, not in the econ situation to do so.
Betrayed them.
And Snock's a bit low, a bit low on money as well as Nyquam, but overall it's not too bad for them at the moment. This could be a big kill for JV though. Reliable just sprinting on through. Definitely gets spotted, but manages to back down. Baits out the Prowler, but playing a bit too far from the rest of his team. That's a free kill for JV in the opener. On to Reliable. John Cook manages to get that trade though. Now, look at the minimap. The rest of the team is on B. They're all on B. They baited out the LVC players, and now
Sardog teleporting out of sight to keep his life.
that's a free site, and once again, we have another free plant.
Breach ult goes off for the retake.
Zario flying on in, and I think he almost missed a couple shots there. Manages to clean it up, though, as Mamba holding his own up top. And the flash onto Sardog. This is free for Mamba. Juice going to pick up Floof, but now it's a 1v2 for John Cook, and there's another round for the side of Bryant and Stratton, and that is a phenomenal hold from them.
LVC needs to make sure they keep their mental going into the second half of this game later on. I mean, being down 4 rounds while you're on defense isn't the best, but they really need to make sure their mental's on point for attack, because they can still bring this back.
Right here.
As now LVC not in a great position, especially after that round. That was a phenomenal hold from Bryant Stratton, using their utility perfectly.
Let's play.
As now John Cook gonna once again look to get this concussed through the wall. Definitely gonna hit a few players there, I believe, but not really gonna have a peak, so gonna back on down. And it looks like we'll see a rotation from the attacking side. Come on in. Tour de Force going to be popped.
Here.
Now who wins this fight, the Tour de Force or the Chamber Pistol?
Well, Sardog be able to at least spot them out. He definitely does. At least see the chamber. That stun was just a bit too short. And Sardog managing to get out with his life for the time being. Zario gonna be in the smoke.
Spike planted.
Looks like no one gonna check it just yet. Because now this could be a big flank from Mamba. He might be in the perfect position. He backs someone down. As now Snox gonna take one. Gets traded out. And Juice with the Marshall able to find another. And now these two players gonna be spotted B main. The Tour de Force though doing damage. As now it's a 2v2.
Bombs half.
Bombs at half, but it doesn't matter. JV finds 3 and Nikwam gonna pick up the last one. And the util proving to be so effective for the side of Bryant and Stratton. Now 8-3, looking to make this half at a 9-3.
I mean, right now it's really a win-win for LVC. They get this round, that's one more round for them. They lose this, they get the 9-3 curse buff, right?
Oh yeah, that's what we.
That works.
That's pure copium right there. We've seen it happen a lot, not on this stream, but I know it's happened a lot over in the pro scene. So we'll have to see how that one would turn out. But once again, we're gonna see JV just lurking
Bring them down.
by himself. Reliable getting a bit aggressive once more. So we see Snox gonna try to get up top here. Sardog though does a bit of damage. Gets stunned though as the Nightfall going to fly in on the B site. Haunt gonna get destroyed. John Cook finding the first blood on the Floof. And Reliable picking the bomb
Spike
planter.
down,
No
B.
one's gonna be watching over him as now the spike goes down.
Them down.
It's not looking
Chamber
to get the
flanking
plant.
through CT spawn.
But now the flank, it's all by his lonesome. And now we have an 8-4 half, and fantastic stuff from LVC to finally get a hold onto that B site. And now we go into the half at 8-4. LVC finding some light at the end of that tunnel there, and taking that round.
I don't think that this half LVC will have a problem planting the spike, but they really need to know how to play their post plants against this team.
And as you had said before, they were heavily discussing on how they wanted to go about finding finding their way in the post plant. So I think it'll be a very, very key point here for LVC to look at the post plant and see how they can improve. We're going to see some very quick engagements come in, and who gets taken down? It looks like John Cook going to get traded out. And now Sardog going to find the trade of his own. Maybe finds a second, and there it is. The spike going to get taken by Sardog here.
3v2 now.
B site is all LVCs, but Reliable doesn't know where these players are at. They are right on the other side of the wall. He's going to get spotted. JV with a great shot onto Reliable, just at 2 HP.
Teleport's ready.
Sardog getting the plant down.
And that's a great spine. Fantastic
planted.
shot from JV. Going to put some damage into Juice. Not going to take him down, but he's going to at least do the damage.
All right, let's see how this post plant plays out from LVC. Sardog stuck on top of
Last
Spike.
player standing.
And now JV going to find Juice. And now Sardog going to get spotted, taken to very low health. Going to find the shot on to JV, but it does not matter. Mumba going to be there to clean it up.
The aggro play from the defenders was really good there.
And once again, LVC not finding the pistol round. This has been a story for them, not only this year, but I would imagine last year was a bit of an issue as well. So
I think every year since Valorant came out.
LVC has just been struggling in pistols, and you see it once again here. Bryant and Stratton almost on 10 now.
Looks like LVC is going to be putting 4 players towards arcade, 5 players towards arcade with the trip for flank.
And Snox going to run into this early.
Does not get flash, but does get
Huss is
stunned.
there. Because now Zario just purely sprinting. You're never going to expect that one. Reliable, though. Going to pick up the kill. What? Huh?
It's almost like they had an Odin there. And with Spectres, 2 Spectres equals an Odin.
I looked away from the minimap for like half a second just to see what Zario was looking at, and then they all died. I'm going to have to watch the replay. I genuinely have no clue what just happened.
That was a really good attack up to that point. I mean, they got the pick on the brim smokes.
And then I guess they got flanked there or something, but
I'll show them.
man.
All right.
Gotta go.
First actual buy round for LVC. It should be.
Looks like we're going to see Sardog lurking over towards Satellite. And there's a heavy H setup for BSC.
Viper going to go down to cover rope and CT.
Reliable checking his corners, but this could be a free few kills. And no! Reliable going to take down JV. That's a good pick. And now LVC going to charge their way onto the site. Still a few players here, and Zario going to get the timing. Does he spot that player up top? I think he does through the wall. Just gonna play slow. Spike going down. They definitely know he's here now. Doesn't matter. Finds one. Foof going to pick that one up. Sardog with the 1 shot, 1 kill. And now a 1v4. In the hands of Floof and gonna get flanked from behind, and LVC picking up another round, and they're gonna need a lot more than just that though if they want to keep themselves in this game and avoid needing to take 2 maps in a row.
Good thing there is LVC got to keep 4 rifles, whereas usually you may get to keep 2 or 3 that round, but here they got 4. If they can convert this round too, which the defenders should have full buys here. Defenders getting aggro, B main. Push out with the neon, the brim smoke. Obviously stuck in their spawn.
And it looks like that pull from the from Fade is not gonna catch Snox, so I'm not sure where if they'll expect him to be pushed up so far. Looks like Sardog going on a flank here. Snox playing this close, but Zario going to pick up 2. And now he's just gonna take his time, but JV with the op gonna just get on out. Takes away Zario. Juice going to get the plant down here.
Spike planted.
And now LVC in a 4v3. All of these players from BSC are just not in great positions. JV just looking for a pick. Juice going to find that one.
Toxin screen down.
OVC has a chamber in arcade holding the cross.
He
From
might
Jen.
be able to find at least one here. The mark going to come out, but Floof just backing on down. It looks like they're going to just try and save. I mean, Floof did pick up the op from JV there, so it is a very wise decision to back on down and just keep the rifles in their hands. Save the economy a bit. 2 rounds in a row now for LVC. Still down 4, but comeback has to start somewhere.
Yeah, they need to keep this momentum going if they're going to win this game.
Teşekkürler. Thank you.
Looks like we're going to see an attack towards A now for LVC here. Concuss only going to hit Zarya there. Jungkook going to be able to back down. So he looks to make one. Reliable playing aggressive here behind the smoke.
We'll catch them.
Gonna see if he can pull anyone in. Don't think he does.
Chamber is in a really aggressive position, B main. Trying to really pinch LVC here.
Bring
This
them
is a
down.
very tough spot for Reliable, especially once that smoke goes down. Will he spot these players? And he does, but gets taken down. Zario going to pop the ultimate. Is he going to find anything? And there it is. That's a pick onto Snox. Neon down, as now the site is wide on open. And he goes on the flank, doesn't pick up anything. Does a lot of damage though.
Spike down.
Mamba gonna
A.
find Juice. Now John Cook trying to hold his own and doesn't get anything. Is now Sardog in the 1v3. All these
30
players,
seconds left.
well, I shouldn't say all, but two of these players are very, very weak. Just trying to find a pick somewhere.
Sardog's probably gonna just try and get a pick and
Looks like he might be able to
save.
see Mamba, but not quite.
He doesn't really have the time to
10 seconds
push
left.
for the spike. He does have ult for next round, so if he saves this rifle, he can give it to one of his teammates for next round.
And he spots Mamba. Mamba gonna miss the shot, so that'll be a round in the hands of BSC. And now just 2 rounds away from taking map number 1. Bryant and Stratton looking very solid on this map.
Looks like LVC is gonna save the chamber ult for a later time. Split B here. 2 arcade, 2 main. And Viper holding A main.
I'll find you.
Reliable going for the lineup there. Haunt going to get destroyed.
Gotta go.
As on the other side of the site, Sardog going to pick off Snox. Flu trying to just get up here to recover. And the Nightfall going to get thrown in. Zario going to fall down as Flu finds 2. That's a great set of picks onto Zario and Sardog.
LVC
But the
gets site control here.
And now the Vipers pit out. The Orbital Strike comes in as well. Not going to take anyone out. Because now it's 2v3. Viper's pick could be huge here, though. Juice just needs to stay alive. As he spots one, takes him down. JV with the op on the other side of this wall. Going to pick up the Phantom.
Last
Juice
player standing.
not going to find that kill, and the wall going to fall down. Now 1v2 for John Cook. And John Cook not going to be able to find anything. As the post plant not quite there for LVC. Not playing well off of that Viper's pit.
Match point here.
Match point.
And now a huge comeback needed for LVC if they want to keep themselves alive in this map.
Have to win 6 rounds in a row. And defenders have 4 ults to play with here.
All set up.
Breach Fatal combo is really good for retake, so if they play this well, they can get map number 1 here.
Looks like the util getting thrown down from LVC. Is Mamba in heaven here. JV going to pop the Tour de Force. Finds the opener onto John Cook. Zario going to take down Mamba. Is JV just trying to find anything. But Zario doing the work, and that's 2. As Juice going to get the plant.
LVC has site control here.
Sardog with fantastic shot. Great alignment from him. As now he's just trying to get out with
One
his
enemy
life, and he
remaining.
managed to do so. All of a sudden, it's a 1v4 for Floof. He's trying to find this pick on Zario, and fantastic shots to the wall. That's 2. Almost finds the 3rd.
He did have Fatal there. If he gets that two picks, pops Fatal, gets into all in 1, that was winnable.
That was some fantastic spray transfer from Floof there. Not quite enough though. Is still match point. LVC still a bit ways away from taking us to overtime, but
5 rounds. Can they do it? That's the question.
Does anyone have thought that works?
Defenders putting 3B this round. Meanwhile, LVC is leaning towards A site.
gonna see Reliable getting aggressive here. Looking like he wants to find the entry.
Stardog slowly getting space through dish. Told to cross for LVC.
As now Equa, I'm gonna look to place a couple smokes.
Finally getting some rotations from the defenders towards A site. Bomb
Juice.
starting to go down, playing for A main. LVC has 2 players A main. As long as they stay alive, they can get this round.
And it looks like the Nightfall going to go in. JV just holding this with the judge, and he's trying to spray through. Doesn't spot anything. Oh no! And that's a big kill from JV. Somehow
The classic right click. Ending Stardog's life.
misses every shot with the judge, but managed to find everything else. As now
1v3, and LVC takes the round.
that's a great start to a comeback if they want to have one here. Is the
4
site
rounds
just
for the tie here. Take us into OT. Will they do it?
and Bryant and Stratton there just playing a bit too far off of the A site there. They don't really they don't really have anyone on site to hold that, or at least get the information from a main, and that kind of allows LVC that space.
It looks like they're stacking B, ready for an arcade push. Meanwhile, LVC going to contest dish and just hold the arcade push. They get to pick on Chamber.
Trades coming through. Some more damage going to be done, but so
A
quickly.
site's open here.
I don't think
doesn't-
anyone's interested though.
LVC doesn't realize that they're gonna contest this.
There's free real estate over it.
Alright. Trying to go A now. They drop the gun so that the defenders can't pick them up.
Zario just going to peek it once more.
Smart for Zarya to not re-swing that as he was alone.
And as we see, the buy not too strong from BSC there, and just going to be left with a Frenzy and a Spectre to take this one, and the 2v3 still doable. Both going to push from top here. Mamba going to put first in.
Util getting dumped, A drop. To prevent them from going out.
The Snake Bites, though, going to provide even more time, and they're just throwing every single bit of util they can at these players. And now they're just going to have to jump on down. Floof.
BSC just has to see if he can get anything here.
And he cannot. Finds a few good shots, but they're not going to take anyone down. And that's the round for LVC, now at 9, almost at 10.
Every round's looking better for LVC here. They're starting to get together and playing together.
Getting momentum here.
Trying to trade off of each other, hold angles together. That's what had to happen in the first half too, especially on when you're defending, just holding together and getting the trades.
I also think that's a very interesting play from BSC. They decided to just throw their entire team through arcade that round, and it's a very risky play, but I mean they have the space to
pay
do it.
off.
Yes, and especially because they have the space to do it. They pick like 1-2 players there, then they have free rifles.
Both Neon down with the presses here.
And it looks like Reliable going to pick up 2.
Viper's pit going down.
And this could be another. This is going to be another plant, and all of a sudden a 2v3. John
One enemy
in a fantastic
remaining.
spot to find another, and there it is.
Chambers now in a 1v3 with an op. This should just be a save by BSC.
Maybe just looking for a pick here. Might be able to take down John Cook, and no, he's
Goes
gonna
into
push.
Viper's pit.
And I'm not.
I think that's a blunt. They have the rounds to spare. I think you save your op there.
Yeah, I'm very surprised he decided to push that. As I mean, yeah, he has an op.
There's still 2 rounds to go. Like,
I mean, the
Like-
econ still just, it's just, look at the state of it. It's just abysmal at this point.
Recon's all over the place. You have people forcing. There's people that can buy next round. It's
And it looks like they're just going to mostly play for the rifles next round. As you can see, the heavy save. Gonna slowly come through this. No optic plays here. There's no one watching the cross. I'm
LVC
sure they're,
has Neon ult to play this round.
sure they're a bit thankful for that one. As they now have the rotation on to satellite. Floof though could
LVC
be in a
has
good position.
no info on where the defenders are.
This could be a good position for Fluke. Might be able to at least pick off one. Spots one flying down. Going to have the shot down. And he gets spotted. Oh no! It's not what you want to see. As now Ultimate's
Spike
getting
down
thrown
A.
around. Spike goes down, but Plant should be coming in as Zario pops his ultimate.
Gun here.
2v3 retake for BSC here.
Looks like Nightfall's still going to get saved. Zario trying to stay alive, but find this kill, and a Reliable going to take down the second. That was almost disastrous for LVC, but
It was, but they get the spot because
that one bullet.
that one bullet really makes a difference.
Oh, wow. Now
LVC
LVC
with Fade and Breach ult here to get the tie and go to OT.
And they also have the Tour de Force, and I mean, full buy at least available, except for JV. He's not. They don't have quite enough econ. He's gonna stick with the
He
charge.
forced last round, so
No Tour de Force though for
You
him.
want to
Is
play? Let's play.
now Sardog going to pop it over at Satellite.
smart for BSC to play retake on A, knowing that LVC has 2 ults available to their use.
John Cook.
A's completely open here, and LVC's scared to push A main.
John Cook just looking to get through Arcade, and he does manage to. Might catch
Right
any
there.
rotations.
LVC looks like they're backing out of A main, trying to get B. John has the info B. He heard the defenders running away, but do they know that Chamber is tower?
Looks like Juice is gonna be the first one in. This could either be the game ender from JV.
Face your fear.
BSC is playing the wrong site here.
That is a great
They know.
ultimate. That's a good Nightfall. Is now the Prowler out. The Prowler going to get the stun as well. The orbital strike.
Juice goes down to the Brimstone ultimate.
30
And
seconds.
Zario just flying about, trying to get something, but all of a sudden, it's a 2v4, but BSC managed to get the retake on the site. Could this be
Player
big?
standing.
Now, it's all down to Sardog. Finds one, finds two, 1v2 with the Tour de
1v2.
Force.
15 seconds left. There's a lot of pressure on his shoulders right
10
now.
seconds left.
As now these
Goes
players
for
for
the
BSC just
plant.
going to fly through. As just barely misses that shot, and that's going to be it. Bryant and Stratton
That
barely
entire
holding
ga-
on.
The entire round revolved around that shot right there. If he gets that shot,
It's a 1v1, and
1v1, very winnable. And that is going to be map 1, going to
Defenders
BSC.
win.
Job's done.
I think LVC just had to do more sooner.
as Fracture goes the way of BSC. I don't know the map set. I forgot to ask, so we will find out what map 2 is in a little bit. But yeah, just LVC starting off so slow there, and it's just the pushes didn't seem quite coordinated. They were playing a bit too far apart. So
Yeah, they were definitely a lot better on the second half, but not good enough. Really, there's just the first half really brought them down, and you know, if they got 1 or 2 more rounds on defense, they could have made it happen.
But unfortunately for them, that will not be the case, as now we will be taking a short break here in between the maps. So we will just kind of throw it over to the intermission, and we will be back in just a little bit with map number 2.
Tu continues tout de même de montrer tes efforts. I'm trying to keep my heart in peace. I just can't think but the way that I feel. It's too hard to trust. I mess it up. I just can't risk to be falling like this. Oh, ooh. Why do you keep chasing clouds? Ooh. If I could change my mind.
like we've been here before. We're both so broke, that's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow, we can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. 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 We've all been here before.
Did we take it too far to say that we could not pretend now? Was it never enough to have just everything you want? In your shadow I found a place to hide me from my own thoughts. And if I ever got lost, you find a way to bring me home. And I want something I can hold. That's what this waiting for.
All right, and we are back with the the operator picks, agent picks. I've cast so many games, I forget what they're called. They all have different names, but it's A-okay. We're back on Ascent as an LVC, looking to force on map 3.
OEC going to start on the attacker side this time around. They could really set the momentum for the entire map just on this half.
And they definitely have some momentum coming in even after losing last map. They managed to come back. They were down like 6-12,
Yeah.
and it ended 13-11. So like there's definitely a lot of momentum for LVC.
A lot of improvement from just
Good
you know,
adjustments
good
coming in.
adjustments.
Yeah.
You know,
As now we'll see Zario take the jet. Sardog once again on chamber. I don't think I've ever seen him play a different agent. Same with Reliable. I mean, even in activation, I don't think I've ever seen him play anything other than Fade. John Cook going to
your
take the
agent.
KO, and Juice taking his lovely Astra pick. And oh, look at JV taking the Reyna. That's an interesting pick. I wouldn't have expected that, as the clock hit 0 and Nightquam didn't pick. But okay, now he did. That was interesting. He's throwing. He's
Interesting lineup coming from what we see here. You know, a really unconventional smoke for this map. Usually you see the Omen or the Brim on Ascent, but Juice feels really comfortable on the Astra, and, you know, we see knows how to play around that util. Also, no Killjoy from either team here. Just a chamber trip on both sides.
And we'll see Bryant and Stratton starting off on the defense here. LVC going to be attacking. And yeah, I always find it interesting because whenever I watch something that's not LVC Valorant-wise, I very rarely see Astra picked on any map, especially Ascent. So
Yeah.
so it's very unique. LVC definitely has unique strats that they use, as Juice does find it comfortable playing the Astra on this map.
Which is a good thing. You don't want to be predictable. You don't want to follow the flow. You want to find your own play style and
Yes.
play it to its maximum potential here. Knife gonna get shot by Juice.
Is that knife from John Cook not going to find anything, I don't think? Oh, no, it does. It does spot Omen over there from Bryant BSC. It's only going to spot one, so not a lot of information out from either side just yet. Looks like we might see an A push here from LVC. Looks like GV.
LVC's rotating out of A, trying to get B. There's no Killjoy on the defender side here, so B push is viable. There's no chamber trip anywhere in B main. Chamber trips for mid, so they could go out here with some Astra smokes.
That smoke from the Omen gonna get thrown out from tree over to the front of market. Zario just gonna fly on through, but Floof gonna be in a great spot. Only picks up one though. Juice going to find a kill, and now it's a 2v3 as trades come on through. Zario gonna have the bomb here.
Backside's not cleared. Reliable checks it.
And now it's a 2v3. Both players from LVC just gonna sit on backside.
They really have to play off of each other here.
And the push gonna come in.
Teleport's ready.
Snox only on
There's
10
one
HP,
shot.
and there he goes. And now, all of a sudden, the individual gunfights leave it to a 2v1. And it looks like Nightquam can't quite hit the shots. He's not.
LVC doing well here.
And a double peek's coming in, and
That's pistol. Different than the usual here.
it's been a long time since I've seen so many players consistently miss so many bullets.
I mean,
It
LVC is just playing the time there, and, you know, just quickly swinging,
Just quick
just
peeking,
hoping to get a
yeah.
shot in. You know, not really knowing where the end.
So it's reasonable. It's just, I think all three of the players missed full clips. So it was a bit tough to end it off.
tactical misses.
Tactical whiffing, as we call it. So LVC going to finally find a lead. First lead of the series.
Maybe it's a good omen.
As John Cook might be able to spot two shots going to come in from Snox.
The knife scans two of them.
It's going to detect the fade and the chamber. But will they expect this corner?
They
And
check
they
the
do.
right.
It's all the signs of a good round. Checking all your corners, and John Cook going to find the pick. Not taking a lot of
It's
damage
gonna be a
either.
3v5 retake here onto B for BSC.
This smoke is huge from Juice. Gives Zarya the protection, and there goes Mamba.
2v5 now. They're just playing for exits.
And Reliable holding this flank, and he's going to get the spot. And now, JV just
With
going
a
to
shorty.
crouch in this corner. He's going to have to hold on for dear life.
I just hope for one here. If he gets one, it's good for him.
He's definitely just going to play on this rotation. Imagine he gets at least three. And no, John Cook going to peek the corner, and No kills with the shorty.
All right.
Flawless.
Bonus round for LVC here. They get to keep all their buys from last round. Sardog didn't get anything last round. He has his Deagle.
Is now the full buy coming in from.
This could be a
BSC.
big round for LVC here. If they win the bonus, they ruin BSC's eco. Basically get 2 or 3 rounds for free. As long as they win this one.
It looks like Floof just gonna play on this site. Going to get spotted.
Spotted
Literally
by KO
no one
Knife
else on
and
this
I.
site. And LVC just flying through. How many can he get here? And that is going to be 0.
That's a rifle for LVC now. They can play around.
And Snock's gonna be.
John Cook gets spotted out.
It's a good trade, but the plant gonna go down. JV just gonna have to wait for his team through market. LVC just stacking the site. Snock's gonna be immensely low. He's at like 5 HP, I think. Reliable.
Juice
Trying-
playing in the smoke, trying to play the close angle. Knife goes out.
And Juice just gonna get caught putting a smoke down. Trades coming through.
Player standing.
And now it's a 2v1 for Reliable. And the shot's not gonna hit.
Not a bad bonus for LVC. They managed to get rid of 3 of BSC's rifles here.
They do lose the round, but either way, as you had said, a few rifles down, so.
Plus, they're also on attack, so I mean, they already have 2 rounds on attack on a map like Ascent. That's big. And now that they have a full buy to, you know, BSC's almost full buy.
Looks like a much heavier save, though. It looks like Mamba will buy a rifle for JV there. Just get at least one more on their side. It looks like we're just going to see the same thing. Just another B hit from LVC.
BSC's really leaving B open here, and
Once again, and
Fate to
gonna be in a good
fend for himself.
spot.
Gets John. Rosario, sorry.
But it doesn't matter. 2 players going to get taken out very, very quickly for the response. And Juice just going to get this spike down. And now John Cook going to have to watch the flank. But is he
He's
going
not watching
to
the flank.
expect the
There's a chamber trip for flank, so gets smoked off. John does not hear the smoke yet.
the flash as now the pinch is here. John Cook going to fall. Juice just barely getting out of there with his life. I say barely, but he still has 100 health, and now he's barely out with his life. As the Omen's going to TP, but it does not matter. The trades are strong. The rifles are big. As LVC finds another round. That's 3 on the board, and we're
Seems
guaranteed
going.
at least a 9-3 half. You want to think about it that way. There's a curse that could be inbound, but I'm sure LVC
Hopefully not.
would most certainly like to find a bit more than that. As we're going to see a force from the side of BSC.
Focus now.
Interesting that Mamba.
He is a
Isn't-
big fan of the shorty.
Yeah.
It's his weapon.
Another B push here. BSC now with 2 defenders instead of 1 on B side. They have the market player too.
And Zario going to find the headshot there. Just tries to float on, flip through CT, and Juice just going to trade onto JV, and now that's another plant down. It's going to be one more in market.
Another
Snock's going to
retake.
get a good pick there onto John Cook, and now all these LVC players forced onto site. John Cook, or Zario, just going to hold in the back as the push coming through. Mamba might
Mamba
be
with the
big
shorty.
here.
Might be able to get the Astra. Oh,
He finds a
takes the
phantom
rifle.
as he's Knife going to spot all of these players, but no, it gets destroyed. Sardog going to take down Snox. Mamba with the trade. And Juice going to look over. Zario finds the first, and the second just falls straight to him.
Another round for LVC. They've
Fantastic attacking side from LVC. As they attack the B site every round, and
if it's don't broke, don't fix it.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. But man, when are we gonna see?
We're not really seeing a response from BSC here. I mean,
mean,
they're just playing the one-player site, maybe two. The market, like, one of these rounds, you have to 5-man B on defense, and
it's a tough call though. As now the tour de force going to get popped from Snox.
gets smoked, pushes
how
through
much
the
can he
smoke.
It looks like
Misses.
none as Juice finds the headshot on the Snox. How has he done it? How has he done it
Gets
again?
Another one through the smoke.
As the site left wide open.
Site's clear. 3 flank here coming through main.
Jake-
BSC now playing attack basically.
And now this is all just through being main. But is anyone looking? Is anyone looking? Zion here finds the first. Gonna try and take down the second, but John Cook going to take that one from him. And John Cook and Zario.
A flawless
with
attack
flawless. I mean, this just has to be tilting. I mean, you have to be losing your, to be quite frank, you have to be losing your damn mind if you're just getting slammed on B every round and just
Not just that,
the same thing.
coming from last map, LVC almost had a comeback. So just losing that many rounds in a row between the 2 maps now.
Someone's just got to be
Look at
molding.
Fade. Fade's
I mean,
losing her mind, you know, just knifing the
the back wall
the
there.
back wall there.
Someone just has to be molding at this point. It's just so tough, and JV finally going to get an opening pick,
He
but
gets a trade.
the full mark's going to come in, and that Omen TP just going to get thrown into the back of the site. Are they going to know he's here? Definitely do now.
Higher LVC team's blind, but they
It
get
doesn't
the
matter. Reliable picks him up, and that's
enemy
the
remaining.
ultimate made useless, and now
1v4. Like, what do you even do?
how has this worked every round?
They, like I said, like it just gets to a point that you have to 5-man defend this and just play retake on A, because LVC's not gonna switch anything up unless something goes wrong.
Mamba finds one, but he's going to get flanked, and I'm just... I mean, that's fair. BSC just going to take a timeout here. I think that's very necessary
I should
after...
play some
They
Astral
really need to
Stars in
talk
this
about the
reality.
strategy here and, you know, switch something up, figure out what's not working for them, and hopefully fix it, you know, for their sake.
And, I mean, I don't know, man.
Looks like BSC still leading players towards A. Despite LVC winning B every round. Maybe, I mean, not even, just don't have anyone on B and play retake B maybe. That could work for them, but you need to do something around B, so you'd rather put all 5 there or you put none and just play the retake.
It's just... It's been crazy. I think LVC maybe... Are they gonna... Do you think they're gonna look to the B site again? Are they...
Looks like they're trying to default here with bomb towards B. LVC with a full buy here. BSC has a
That's a good
weird
spot.
economy.
It's a bit of an interesting set of saves here.
They have 2 buy, 3 buys. Oh, keep switching. But yeah, they need it. Step number 1 is getting your eco on the same page as a team, which they're not really doing here. And Juice has definitely been really impactful this half.
I mean, 11 and 3 from him. He has just been having one.
He's doing his job as a controller. He's getting the trades for, you know, the people are going in. He's getting the trades, you know, Zarya goes in, dashes into sight with, you know, jet smokes and, you know, dives, but Juice is right behind him to get the trade, and this is exactly how you play an attack half.
And finally, LVC going to choose a site. I don't think they know. It's the exact same hold. I mean, they could have put back to B again. And it looks like
Looks
look
like
at the meme map.
yeah.
The spike is over. at the
LVC is
B
trying to
site.
fake this with 3 people. They know that 2 can push.
John Cook's gonna pop the ultimate, but he's going to get down.
Reyna gets 2. They could try and res KO here.
And since that is silent, that looks like it's what's going to happen.
B's
And
completely
into the
open.
B's. No one there. And now the rotation.
Now the rotation
going to
towards
come in.
B.
And
They Astra walled for A as well, just, you know, to fake that even more. And
I mean, the closest player is going to be Snox, and he's over in Market. Now the spike going to get picked up from John Cook, and LVC going to have free reign on this site. What are they going to spot, though? As now LVC
LVC gets site control here.
just claiming the free real estate. I mean,
4v4
like a house sale.
retake. This is better than rounds before. At least, you know, they have an even number on the retake here. They have the KO to play with. They have Fatal coming out.
the Nightfall going to spot all of the LVC players. The shots through the wall. Perhaps doing some damage. Juice could have a good angle here if he decides to peek. And it looks like he'll get the trade, but now it's down to a 1v2.
1v2.
He's
Gets
gonna
one.
find the first and just barely missing the second. And that's a humongous round to get back into this one for BSC. And
Classic right click once again.
that was almost,
making a statement.
I mean, Snox at 45 HP. I mean, he almost lost that. And I mean, if they lose that, that's just the most pure snowball effect ever.
It is.
They did manage to have a good retake though.
And
As I think there's a double peak from LVC and just the trade wasn't there, and that allowed for, I forget who, but someone had a double kill there, and I think that two of the LVC players double peaked, and it just either the timing was off or the shots just weren't there. So
Teleport's ready.
LVC going back to the 5-man B push. Do they clear logs this time? Zarya dashes across.
and it looks like they won't, and now Snox gonna get the pick and get on out of there.
Teleport's ready.
And now the spot from the Haunt going to find 3. Zarya though gets the trade, and
LVC with B side once more.
have they planted every single round?
If they haven't, it's close.
I mean,
Here.
now another retake.
4v4
LVC doing it.
retake. LVC's kind of cornered here. This is not an ideal position for them, but
It doesn't matter. Zarya
Zarya
finds
just-
2. Almost makes that 3, and that would have been his 4th on the round and looking for the ace. But there's the 4th,
shots
and
through
now
the wall.
Zarya's ace gonna get stolen by John Cook. I think that's a bit fitting, but all right.
It's kind of crazy that LVC's getting these rounds while, you know, having all players on site. They don't have anyone, you know, usually teams play someone main, or they try and push through market to get some sort of, you know, advantage.
Control.
Yeah, some sort of control, but they're just all playing together and getting the trades, and it's working for them.
I mean,
Very
in-
different than what we saw last map, where everyone just kind of played by themselves. Here, they're really moving in as a unit, peaking as a unit, holding as a unit, and it's working.
And I mean, LVC really made it a point last map, or after last map, to play as a team. And I think they took that a bit too literally. As they are just not moving away from each other. It's working.
We're seeing the B push once more.
Zarya going to be on this page. This is about to play through the wall. Manages to get the kill. That's just the pure gun diffy.
Reyna gets one.
And nothing else. The trades are coming through at least for BSC. So they're still in this round. Snock's going to have a rifle.
Not a...
These players have rifles. No, Mamba's just stuck with the classic, so. As Snock's gonna look to peek this corner. As Zarya gonna find that kill. And now Mamba going to get picked by Zarya. Fantastic headshot. 2 rounds in a row, Zarya gets 4.
He's playing really well. He's playing
tied
his
with
role
Juice.
well.
14 and 5. The only reason Juice is above him right now is
the
from 3
early,
assists.
yeah.
Man. Is a
There's-
5-stack on B gonna work at this point? I mean, man.
I mean, BSC hasn't tried to... they keep playing the same thing. Now they have 3 leaning towards B, but I don't think that
they
would
had
be enough.
3 on B last round.
Yeah,
and
3
it
on
was-
B last round.
They're
like,
just changing up who is there. As Mamba was not on the site last round. Oh, the util getting tossed. Reliable still
can you
finding
check
the opening
right
hit.
here?
And the-
Check the corner, but
the
gets
judge.
3.
Spike
that's the judge diffy right there, and pretty much any other gun definitely not
All
gonna
right,
get that.
BSC has the man advantage here. They really have to take control of this round.
John Cook gonna get hit by the Prowler, going to get spotted out.
LVC's cornered into B main as Chambers holding behind them. And there's 2 players holding the site push. Fade Utah gonna get info from it getting shot. Flash goes out.
Does John Cook spot that player Marky? He's gonna need it out either way. Gets a fantastic flick there. Just trying to find the second player. He is just cracked right now. He's trying to snappy snap all over.
All right, bomb's gonna go down on B.
Somehow
2v2.
LVC still finds a way to get control of the B site. I mean,
That was a good play by BSC getting the aggro spot, but I think they just have to gamble and go all aggro or none. It's just going half, and it's not working for them.
and now Sardog going to find the chamber. That's a big kill on the tour de force. Flash is going out though.
1v1 here.
John Cook not in a, just, I don't know why he pulled his knife out,
I mean,
but all right. And
It worked
works.
out in the end.
Style points?
In the half.
It's 9-2, last round and a half. I mean, surely not.
I mean, there's a chance LVC gets 9-3 cursed here.
Surely, they're going back to, they're going to go back to B. They pushed B every single round, and they are up 9-2. They didn't push A once. The one round that they did, they faked and they lost.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
and BSC's not doing anything about it. They only have 2 players on B site.
I mean,
Like, you don't want to be in that position where you're stuck on site as a player, because then you're gonna be dead for the retake once bomb eventually goes down.
and also not even a full buy. They don't have the money for it. So, or sorry, the credits for it. My bad. I'm used to CS:GO.
I mean, credits are a form of money.
They are, but we like to use proper terms sometimes. So
Sometimes. I'm a player and I don't know all the ability names. Anyways.
the knife not going to detect anyone. Cosmic Divider going to block off Market, and they're going to throw a smoke for good measure.
We see needs to kill the 2 site players here.
And it looks like
They
one's going to get taken down. The tour de force stays
2.
up.
Where are you?
And
Forcing BSC into a 3v5 retake here.
that is just so tough for the chamber. Actually, no, Snox does manage to get out. 2 kills still for LVC with the Snox, but Snox managed to get out. As now, Nightclom going to pick off Sardog, so there's no tour de force left. Wolf, though, gets caught throwing the pull in, and Zarya going to pick off
That's the
Nightclom. And
10
that's the
to half. We have seen 10 to halves from LVC before, and they have not ended well.
Copium.
Let's see if this time is different.
Copium.
We do not want to see
Going
the
to
LVC
Astro to
from
do them
previous semesters
Astro
here.
Guardian things I do.
I don't think we'll see that as they went to B every single round of that attack, and they won. They're up 10-2. I just can't believe it.
About
Like
that.
16-6 from Zario and 14-6 from Juice. Just phenomenal games from them.
It's really just a trade difference. Like, BSC's not setting themselves up for trades, and
That is a very big difference here. As it looks like we'll see.
I get to very little info for BSC as they just here get shot.
It looks like Zario definitely has spotted a tree here. He's gonna see JV, but John Cook going to get early, and Zario going to get taken down as well.
BSC's playing together on pistol round.
And now it's just Juice up on the
Juice
A
gets
site,
2.
finds 2. Will he find the 3rd? And yes, he
Gets
will.
3.
Possibly the 4th, and not quite.
Last player
Now
Alright,
1v2.
Winnable 1v2 here as Fade is 1 HP.
planted.
Sardog could have a good spot here in tree.
Door gets closed by BSC. which is
Teleport's ready.
a really important pistol round. It takes so many bullets to break the door. Really making sure he clears everything here. But will he have time to get 2 kills and a defuse?
And doesn't look like he will, so that should be the round, unless if he finds something ridiculous. And no, they're just going to bait for each other. Good round. Definitely a great way to get back into this game for BSC here.
It's a really good split there. 2 main, 3 cat that they did. I mean, cat's definitely the more dangerous option for them. So having 3 people there, so if one goes down, you still have 2 to continue with the push. Is really smart by them. We're going to see a B push here. You know, LVC has 3 players towards this site. They're expecting a B push.
It looks like BSC just trying to replicate what they saw from LVC. I mean, that's fair. It worked very well for them. He's going to hold this corner with
Why would have spotted by the eye? He's now blind by the dog.
You know,
BSC does not push out.
Decide to back on down.
We see Zarya already rotating back towards mid after they don't come out.
Juice might be in a good spot here. He decides to throw the pole. And that's just going to be very unfortunate for Juice.
Oh, shots right over the head.
That's a very good check as well for BSC. Zarya in a good spot, but doesn't really have the weapon for that. Snock's going to take him out.
3v5 retake here.
Positioning has been good for LVC, but they just don't really have the weapons. Live will just barely missing that as Full finds 2 up top heaven. It's going to be 1 and a weapon here for Reliable.
Reliable here just has to go for kills. Wants to ruin that economy of BSC.
Gets some really nice headshots there. Just trying to check his flank from tree. None of these players going to be here though.
He has no real utility to push out of that smoke for heaven, so he's just trying to get picks.
And that's going to be a 4th round on the board for BSC. He almost manages to pick Mamba. It looks like he's just going to let himself die to the bomb here. 10-4. BSC slowly starting to come back. I mean, they have a lot ahead of them if they want to take this one, but
if LVC keeps playing the way they're playing this round with weapon, the weapon advantage over BSC, I feel like they're definitely going to be better off. I mean, BSC has 3 Spectres versus, 4 rifles from LVC. And if they play the way they're playing their rotates, I think that this round is one that, will go to LVC. BSC going for the 5 main push.
Looks like Juice just going to back on down. I think he does spot 1 off the jump, but definitely not going to be the whole team. As that orb will get picked up. He's just trying to play something there. He looks for a free kill and doesn't
Fatal
find
goes
it.
out.
Zarya
trying to contest it with smokes. Gets spotted by the Fade Eye.
And just shots flying on in. John Cook, though, in a possession.
Gets 3.
Finds 3, and now it's a 2v2.
2v2
Stardog
retake.
going to be in a good spot. That's 1, and now
2v1. Bomb's still not down.
gonna look to teleport into hell.
Just LVC now.
Is the Prowler not gonna find anything? But I think Reliable puts it a bit too early, so it doesn't quite go down.
He has the time to play around this heaven.
He's gonna get
spotted out by
Reliable.
and Stardog swings from the contact.
That's a very necessary round for LVC.
LVC 2 rounds away from the win on Ascent.
And forcing a map 3, so that's definitely a needed round for LVC to really keep the map from snowballing into the hands of BSC. As now we see 11-4. I mean, John Cook just had a fantastic positioning over in tree, and I don't think it really got checked, or if it did, it was just a bit too late, as he managed to find 3 there. And Reliable gonna mark. I think he marked the same player twice.
No, Reliable marked one, I think.
Yeah.
Their Fade marked one. They
Oh,
marked
okay. Yeah.
The Chamber.
'Cause
They're trying to do a split here.
everyone loves the shorty.
It's a good weapon in the right situation.
Sardog might be able to find a pick here, but he could get flanked.
They found my trap.
This could be very dangerous. JV. Just gonna back
Reliable's
up.
holding. Sardog's back. John gets one with the shorty.
And he's just gonna
Straight it
peek
out.
out too far. As Reliable plays that swing perfectly. Now just gonna throw down the haunt.
Getting rid of that Reyna ult. It's important this round.
And he's
Reliable
just
gets
playing
another one.
these players like a fiddle.
Gets
Reliable.
3.
Reliable
and
finding 4.
Insane
Fantastic
play.
round. Finds the first B main. Flies around. Well, not literally, but he rotates over to the other side, and I mean they just don't expect him to be.
He really
NCT.
isolates the 1v1s there. BSC seems to have no real direction here with swings. They're kind of just, you know, seeing what they can get, and they're playing individually. And as LVC has proven, you just gotta play together.
It's been a phenomenal map from everyone on LVC.
Match point here. LVC putting 2 towards Cat, but not really going to push out. They're just gonna hold and see what the attackers do and react to it.
Looks like Reliable gets spotted over and market. Zario might look to swing here. And
Has the dash ready.
Is JV going to
Swings,
expect
dash
it?
forward,
I don't
and gets the
think-
kill.
I don't think that was intentional. I think he meant to dash to the side. I mean, I could be wrong, but
No, it's intentional.
it was intentional.
It's intentional.
It's always intentional.
It's always intentional.
I mean, either way, he finds the kill. A bit weaker than what he'd probably like, but either way,
He wanted the Reyna to run out of mouse room.
he
that's
wanted to
intentional.
really force a play from the Reyna as John Cook finds one, and
Zarya
Folk-
goes down to a stinger, gets traded.
One enemy
but
remaining.
Juice gonna pick up 2 over in heaven, and now it's a 1v4, and there it is.
13-4 win on Ascent for LVC here. Do you think that we will see a repeat of last week's NECC match with LVC taking the 3rd map?
I think it is. I mean, I think it's very possible we could see what we saw last week with the NECC match where it just snowballed into map 3 and OEC took it 13-1 after taking a 13-2 map 2.
I think that the biggest thing that could hold LVC back is if they get overconfident going to map 3 because they won map 2 that hard. As long as they keep going with the same strat and playing together that well, I think they can get map 3. As long as we don't see, you know, ego peaking coming out because of the confidence, I think they can definitely win this series.
Well, it looks like we'll be on Pearl. I'm not sure if we'll be taking another break, but it looks like we might. So we'll have to see here in just a second. But yeah, I think Pearl's also a very good map for LVC. We've seen them play it before. I mean, we see it behind us as well. And you know, they played it in activation. They played it in week 1, I believe. If not, they played it in NACE week 1. I know they played it in one of their matches week 1.
I think that it'll be interesting seeing Reliable on this map, as usually one of the players that's more comfortable on Pearl is Squirtle, and he's not playing today. So as long as, you know, the other 4 can sort of guide Reliable to and really adapt their play style, you know, to this new player on this map, I think they got this. I mean, in reality, as long as Sario, John Cook, and Juice keep trading off of each other, I think they have this one in the bag, as it has proven to be a strong map for LVC.
So we should be getting into it in just a second or two here. We have Coach Hockeyman talking to the team real quick and kind of guiding them into what they need to bring into this map number 3, into this decider. But it looks like we might just have a break here, actually. as Zarya has some choice words for the necessity of a break to him. So
Yeah, I think another thing I want to talk about is I didn't feel like there was any panic from LVC that round. Whereas on Fracture, they had the pressure on them and they sort of panicked, while trying to make the comeback. Whereas in Ascent, they always had the control of the map, control of the momentum, control of the situation every round as they got spiked down on attack, as they got the trades when they were pushing in, and that really just set the mood for the entire game.
yeah, and I mean, we saw in the attack, even when they didn't, or even when they were getting kind of red on their pushes, they just were getting every trade, and it didn't matter what BSC threw at them. The trades were just always there. So that is definitely what LVC is going to have to bring to this next map, into this decider on Pearl, if they really want to take this series and start out 2-0 with 2 reverse sweeps. I don't like to call them reverse sweeps. It's still only best of 3, but that's what it technically is. So we'll go out by the name.
Yeah.
But it looks like we'll have a bit of a break here once again. So we will throw it over to the intermission. You can see the team kind of talk it over and prepare for the last map. I accidentally hit the button too early. This time we mean it. And here we are. We are in the agent picks, and we're going to see here. We're going to see a Sky from Zario. Chamber still over to Sardog. John Cook going to switch it up and go on the raise. Juice picking that Astra up once again, and I'd imagine Reliable going to take the fade. And we're going to see a very similar comp over on the side of BSC. Going to see a fade from iFoof again. JV going to stick to the Chamber this time around. Snock's going to take up the Viper, and Nyquam going to pick up the Astra. Mamba just staying on KO as he did last map.
Interesting double controller setup for BSC. Usually when you see double control, you see
Choose
Viper
your agent.
Brim, but they're going for the Astra this time around. You know, you play Viper Brim for the lineups, you know, easy post plants, but they're doing something different here than the usual. And LVC, you know, for the controller pick, going with Astra, as again, Juice feels really comfortable on Astra, whereas on Pearl, I would say that Viper is usually the more favored controller.
And now we load in the map. LVC attacking. And BSC defending. Oh. Whoops. That's a lie.
I think LVC was supposed to be defending.
Yeah, and it looks like we'll have to get a good old reset coming in, but that's all right. It is what it is. Sometimes we all forget. As now, I believe I think you have to reset the game. I don't really know how it works.
Yeah, I think they have to exit out of the game and switch sides.
I would
To
imagine
the-
they pick the same same agents though, so either
Yeah.
way, it doesn't really matter. Only thing is that, yeah.
Yeah.
same composition, just LVC simply switching over to. Yeah. Yeah, and it looks like we're just gonna get switched on over here. And then we'll be ready to actually start the map. So LVC defending and BSC going to be attacking on this map.
What do you think the win condition here for LVC is?
You know, I think a strong, I mean, this is going to be, I feel like, very obvious, but a strong defense, to be quite honest. If they can come out on Pearl swinging on the defensive side, going into that attack, I think they easily have the advantage. I think that their comp is very, very heavy on attack, and they do have agents that are very good for defense as well, but I think that if they have a lead going into this attacking side at all, that they'll take the map is
Yeah, I think BSC really has to take some mid control here and maybe even bait like towards like the main area of a site, and then just push through mid to the opposite site and
looks like we'll have another. Looks like Sardog's PC has crashed, so someone's PC crashed. I don't know who. I'm not paying attention enough apparently.
Juice, right?
Juice's PC crashed, so we will get him loaded on and back into the map.
Better for it to crash now than
Yeah, better
during
for it
the
to
game.
crash now than when we're mid-map. So the players there. Players just getting ready here.
now we see Juice back in the party.
Either way, we should be getting into it now in just a second, so. Looks like we should be getting started now. Hopefully we can finally start this map. I mean, I'm not sure what we're waiting on, honestly. I've run out of stuff to talk about, and now we're just desperately waiting to get into this map, and we should be good to start here in just a second. I'm not really sure who's the host of the lobby either, so very, very patiently waiting to get into the third map. I mean, we just want to get this one done with at this point.
Yeah. From what I know,
it's been a long night.
Zarya pulled an all-nighter, so
He's probably he looks like he's having a rough go of it right about now.
he might be feeling these effects now. Hopefully they don't affect him during the match and the adrenaline keeps him going, but we should be seeing the same picks here.
And here we go. Finally going to get into the map. I don't think there's any other issues that we're having.
On the right side, no one has crashed yet. Fingers crossed.
So LVC going to be defending here. Looks like we're going to see heavy mid presence maybe. We'll have to see where BSC decides to go and how they really want to go about this attack. Is
The best bet's probably taking mid control. If they take mid control, you control Pearl with mid control, as you can cut off the short ways for the defenders to rotate. Sardog gonna be holding B main.
no,
BSC leaning towards the B site.
looks like they will like to go there. Sardog gonna run into some
Gets one.
players. Fantastic shot from him.
LVC just has to play main advantage here. They
Now,
got the pick.
gonna rotate on over.
All of BSC getting on site.
Obviously
Bomb
not gonna
going
rotate
down.
fast enough. And
Spike planted.
now the plant is in.
LVC has two flankers.
Nyquam gonna run into two players here, put some damage into one, but now this is a two-fronted attack for LVC. Will they be able to take it on both sides? And John Cook gonna find the opener on to Nyquam. That's a good start. Sardog taking heads as well. As now
3v2 here.
he looks to push on
Pushing
through,
almost
and that's
together.
another headshot for Sardog. And Sardog picking up the fourth in the round. What a flick from Sardog to close that one out.
Again,
10 HP.
LVC getting the pistol round. They're really switching up here from what we're used to seeing.
They're really feeling themselves taking a pistol. It's now 1-0, and that's a great opening round for LVC in this decider.
Gun here.
Let's look at the buys here from LVC. I see two Spectres, two Stingers. Stinger recently got buffed, so
It's been getting some heavy use tonight.
that's for sure. BSC
Good luck,
saving
Astra.
their money for next round. LVC needs to not give them these guns.
As we see a heavy mid presence once again. Slowly going to peek through. Prowler not going to find anything, so see how reliable decides to play this. And John Cook is here.
BSC looking at that art push, 5-manning it.
He has this nade if reliable. Decides to spot a few. It looks like the haunt going to come out. The nade might be able to do some damage, and there's one for John Cook. The nade is huge. John Cook going to find two, and John Cook going to get traded out finally. As Now Juice looking to get a pick
The
here. And
dog
Zario-
gets the kill.
The dog is hungry, and he decides it's time to feed as he finds one. As Zario finds one with the dog, and Zario putting it down to 1v4. JV all left by himself, and Reliable picking him off. 2-0 for LVC.
LVC gets to keep 4 SMGs that round. Going to a bonus this round. If they get this round, BSC's in a really bad spot economy-wise. If they lose their rifles this round, so BSC needs to make sure they win this round. They win next round because LVC can still buy next.
Looks like we're going to see util be heavily purchased. Yeah, it looks like full util from pretty much everyone at LVC. So, going to look to win this based off of that.
LVC gets some info with the sky blind.
And it looks like the Prowler going to at least spot one, but obviously just not taking any gunfights just yet. They want to force these players of BSC to just push on, to try and push through and force some close quarters gunfights.
LVC is giving them the space and art.
They found my trap.
They're just not taking it. They're playing together. As we have mentioned before, that's really important for LVC here. They have 3 players towards A. The Chamber can play solo on B because he has his teleport.
That dog not going to be able to spot anything. The Haunt
Fade
gonna
Eye
get
coming
taken out.
in, getting shot. BSC leaning towards A.
Juice going to be big here and just getting some information.
Find you.
As Floof throwing in his Haunt. Going to get destroyed though.
BSC stuck A main as they don't want to push through the smoke.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left on the round. They're going to have to push here. John Cook ready with a nade.
Doing some great work just saving that util. Because now he chucks down the nade. Doesn't look like anyone going to get pulled in, so not going to find a nade kill this time though. But it doesn't matter. John Cook's still going to find at least one.
10
Reliable.
seconds
Yeah, he's
LVC
taking
just
out
has to
Nightcall.
stall the plant here.
Getting
left. Last player standing.
Floof finding 2, and now
Spike planted.
all of the players from LVC going to get taken down. Last one up is Sardog. They know where he's at.
Sardog just has to play for picks here. Try and get rid of as many rifles as he can. To really make it worth it for LVC. Will
Teleport's
he
ready.
be able to though? That's the question. The Viper playing lineups all the way back in A main. Sardog gets a stinger.
And the double peek gonna come in, and that's the round. First round on the board for BSC. It's a very necessary win for them as they do buy the rifles that round. Very clean as well. They only lose 1 player, so they'll be taking those rifles into this 4th round.
LVC with the early op here on round 4.
Sardog really betting on himself here as
This
gonna
is
look to op over at B.
This is the first real round with, full buys on both sides, so this will determine really how the economy goes for, the next 2 or 3 rounds.
We'll see Zario take a tiny bit of damage there. Not a lot, just a little bit. And he tries to take that gunfight mid, just gets shot through there. Doors now. Oh, the pressure going to be onto A. Will Juice be able to at least find a pick here? These players looking to push on. Smoke gonna come.
LVC sending 2 players to flank.
Face your fear.
Juice going to get suppressed. The Nightfall in.
Blinded.
Zario going
They main push.
to play this
Look at the minimap time. Look at their Astra
And now,
behind the LVC flank.
and Zario gonna get that pick though. How much will it matter? The rest of his teammates are falling down around him. This could be a huge spot for Mamba. He only has 3.
Astra gets one of the flankers.
But John
Gets
Cook gonna
traded
pick it
out.
up, and all the kills going the way of LVC. Juice finds 2 in that round at the end, and picking up that Astra on flank was huge.
Yeah, I mean, Astra could have had that round for BSC, but he started looking towards B instead of just holding the the players he heard pushing up mid.
Anyone feeling generous?
LVC going to go up 3-1 now, looking to just press their lead even further. As we see Floof
Anyone
not
feeling
sure on how they want to go about buying.
BSC here trying to lean toward B. Do they know that Sardog has an op here?
We'll see what he can get. This teleport going to be huge if he can find a pick. Floof not going to find him. No, actually he will.
Get some.
Shoots just half a second too early. Not going to find anything, but manages to stay up at least with that teleport.
LVC really looking to stay alive for a retake here.
It looks like that Cosmic Divider going to come through to allow for Plant to come down onto the B site. That Plant is all free.
Viper's Pit going down here. Really, really detrimental for LVC's op here.
They are heavily committing resources to this hold as well. As the Cosmic Divider falls on down. No kills coming in just yet, and Sardog
Op
just
shot misses.
as reliable finds a kill into Snox. That's huge as the Viper's pick goes down, and now these two players.
BSC's too far back.
And this is all going to come down to Floof. Can he find the kills with the Sheriff? He's just trying to peek through.
Player
LVC
standing.
getting the defuse, and there's the round.
Flawless round for LVC there.
Wow.
The Fade Dog allowed Reliable to get the pick in Viper's Pit. And it just collapsed from there as BSC has nowhere to hold that from. And they have two players really, really far back that round.
Heavily relying on the haunt there, or on the Viper's Pit there, to hold that plant. And the second it goes down, I mean, all the players are just exposed, not sure where to look, and
Yeah.
all get cut down. So
BSC leaning towards A and mid this round.
and now
Zarya backing up after the bird.
they are
hits.
flying. Look at how fast they're moving.
BSC leaves R open. They
Oh, this could be huge though for Zario, as he just goes for a flash.
The
Now,
entire BSC team
John
stuck in
Cook
R.
once again finding a kill with the nade. He has just been so good at finding these kills.
Arch is just such a choke point for BSC. LVC doesn't care that they have control of that area of the map because they know they can.
Wamba is also going to get
Block
taken very
the entrance.
weak, and that's going to be 3 on the round for John Cook.
Spike
And
carrier killed.
Sardog going to
One
find that
enemy
snipe in the back spawn.
Another flawless round for LVC.
That is a huge, huge round. LVC looking just as good as they did last map, and even after the resets, still staying warm. And man, it's just been phenomenal from them.
They really just needed to learn from what went wrong on map 1, and they've adapted to BSC's playstyle, and
They've just been rolling ever since. And now the shots look on as well, as we've seen Sardog hit a few snipes.
BSC
including-
scared from the op on B. They know it's there, so they keep leaning towards A, but
Haunt not going to spot anything from BSC, but you don't know at least the player's there, as it does get destroyed.
LVC getting mid control here.
This is a crazy angle from Juice, looking very far down range. Just seeing if these players of BSC want to push
BSC
through.
Astra still in spawn.
This could be a big kill from him. Where does he decide to
LVC
go?
knows he's there because of Sky's ult.
But that Sky Ultimate going to get the info, and that is just very unfortunate. It's now off the back
BSC gets
down.
on site.
Plant going down, and it does find its way through, so Reliable going to pick up that flank.
Turning into a 5v4 retake here in favor of LVC.
But you see the Viper of BSC
Playing lineups.
just waiting, possibly waiting for a flank as well. Nightfall going to come in from LVC. Zario trying to find something, just going to hop the fuse, and there's a couple kills, but the
There's a
snake bite is
lineup.
there.
Bombs
Or
half.
and then Juice finds 2, and
Come now, come on. Diffuse.
And
Well, LVC get the defuse.
and they do
They
.32.
do. 0.32 seconds left on that.
That stick from Zarya was huge. As he does get cut down, it doesn't matter. Juice finding 2 and just B-hopping onto that.
The Viper lineup
Defuse.
almost wins BSC that round, but it's not strong enough without the orb. The decay from the orb is really what makes playing lineups viable, because it takes you down to 1 HP and you're dead on the first take. But without that, if you're full HP, you can just walk through and get the other half of the spike.
Is now the push once again
You want to
stalling
play? Let's play.
as both Tour de Forces getting their utility. Prowler's
Prowler
not
doesn't
gonna lock
get
on.
any info.
Nightbomb though gonna pick John Cook in a fantastic
Sardog
shot.
gets 1, Reliable gets 2.
They lined up for him in mid. If you can look at the mini map, it
Bombs
You can see
down, B main, Viper, Smoke, and they get it.
Sardog just trying to hold this angle. Couldn't take down the haunt. Reliable.
Reliable has the
Oh,
chance to get
This
2
could
here.
be huge. This could be huge. These players don't know he's here. 2 free kills and he
enemy
hits the
remaining.
first
One.
and
The Vandal spray,
Where are
not there today.
they concussed?
But the second is all singled out, and he is a goner.
Sardog just runs and shoots that. He knows he's concussed. He knows he's in a corner and just sprays him down.
7-1 LVC. I mean, the econs broke. The pushes are broken.
BSC is losing their mind here. Like, their econ, as we saw last game, was all over the place. This game, it looks like that it's the same. Some people are buying, some people are saving. They're not really communicating to each other. I mean, you have a person that has 100 creds next round. Meanwhile, everyone else can probably full buy next round. And that's just not good for the team.
As we'll see, another big A hit here for BSC. Looks like that Prowler is gonna spot Reliable over in connector. Are they gonna expect
BSC
John Cook though?
trying to use a Fade Haunt for this round.
Face
It
your
looks like
fear.
we will see the Nightfall. John Cook gonna throw the nade down. They'll have a general idea of where John Cook is based on this.
BSC still
Crap.
stuck. A
The
main.
Prowler. No, the Boombot gonna find its way to JV and take him out. That's another
BSC starts
util kill.
rotating out. I mean, they're just getting stalled outside of sights. They're too scared to push through smokes. They don't really have a duelist that can get them the space they need.
And we've been seeing so many great uses of utility. I mean, John Cook has like 5 kills with this utility. I mean, 4 of them are coming from nades, but either way. And now Sardog might be able to spot 1, and that's a great shot from him.
Here.
He knows bombs going down. He knows where KO is.
Spike planted.
Vaguely knows where he
One
is.
enemy
Misses a
remaining.
couple of shots, but I mean, that is through the boxes. Now Zarya going to stick this defuse. Will Sardog spot him? And that's a fantastic flick.
The
And
Molly misses.
the lineup not quite there. Sardog hit the shot. 8-1 for LVC. They are rolling this
Yep.
half.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, BSC does not have a duelist to really get them the space they need for these pushes, so they're more defense-sided. So once we switch sides, I mean, they could get some rounds, but it's going to be difficult to come back from this. I mean, just the mental of being down so many rounds in a row it can really get to a player in this game.
Especially if LVC managed to take the rest of these rounds, they're a great spot to do so as well. So if they manage that, I mean, it would be 11-1, and that's
Yeah.
just not what that is not where you want to be. And Reliable picking off 1 over in mid. Zario not going to take down Schnox.
Reliable.
His
Needs to
Reliable
back
is
out
very
from this.
aggressive. But John Cook going to at least pick up
Spike
another.
down mid.
So Reliable's still in
Oh,
a good
it's
spot
tethered.
here, but
Standing.
all of a sudden it's
Goes
just
down.
now a 1v3, and
The default worked for BSC. Yes,
LVC
Trying to
getting a
keep
bit too
picks.
aggressive there.
yeah. It goes back to what we were talking about. OVC just has to sit back and hold angles together to get those trades, and they just pushed too far mid, and they got punished for it.
Juice gonna walk right on under JV there.
Viper thinks site's clear because
As what? Snox just finds a ridiculous snap. I mean, I'm surprised. That was crazy. I mean, that was a crazy flick from there, from Snox to take the round. Juice, if he would have found that kill on the plant there, I mean, he could have had free reign on that B site.
again BSC putting one person B, one mid, and sort of leaning towards A, trying to see what info they can get from the default.
Once again,
So
Juice
far, nothing.
might be in a good spot, but looks like the rotation going.
PSC's
Come
backing out. LVC going back to a default with the double doors hold and the art hold.
We're going to see another standoff of the chambers over on the B site.
Which one will move first?
They're very, very patient as Zario going to spot at least a couple, and he's just going to try and get out of there.
Time to hunt.
Fade Dog coming in.
And he's going to get pulled
He gets
in.
pulled all the way.
And now
BSC
Sardog going to be
pushing through Link.
I don't know how that shot doesn't even hit Sardog, but
This is the first time we see this push from BSC. 4v4 here on the B site.
Reliable going to pick up another.
Spike planted.
Reliable going to pick up another. JV, though, with the op. Sardog trying to find something, but that Cosmic Divider is just going to be in the way. As JV picking up his second onto Reliable. Juice
Getting the half.
fuse, and the snipe not there, but the half the
Bombs
fuse is big.
half. Wall
And now
going down.
The Phantom could
He
be
knows where he
huge,
is.
and that's an op.
He misses
there.
the op shot.
Classic with the right click. Sardog coming in clutch. That is the 9th round on the board, as now the op once again in his hands.
Last round before the switch.
And now LVC up 9-2.
And if they get this round,
A gift.
it's going to be really hard for BSC to come back. I mean, as long as LVC wins pistol, they have a chance to 13-2 this, really. You're going to see the usual play from Zardog here with the op on top of screen. And BSC's leaning towards it.
This could
They're
be
going to
a
fade
big
dog.
one.
I don't think that fade dog's going to
It
get
doesn't
him.
reach. And now Sardog
He sees
spots
ahead.
the head, and that's a
He
free
gets a
kill.
pick.
He will take that every day of the week, and now they're definitely going to know he's here. But JV with a great angle. I'm surprised he even got to see Sardog there, but Prowler going to find his way on Zario. Juice could spot a couple.
Spike planted.
Gonna see the chamber, but the shots aren't there. Viper's pit down. I hear a tour de force come out as John Cook just trying to look for something. Gets another with the
Gets
boombot.
three.
Finds 3. Reliable on the flank. Finds the last. And
10-2 half for LVC.
John Cook, I mean,
That's
just
crazy.
spraying, praying, and I guess the boombot
The prayer got answered.
Switching sides.
in the boombot we trust is he
Yeah.
finds that's his second kill with the boombot this game. And I mean,
I found it interesting that round, like you said, the angle of the enemy chamber on Zardog there, how Zardog couldn't even see him, and that's because Zardog was closer to the corner than the enemy, so
There.
he got to see the body first, and it's not a good angle to play from halls. Like if they're B, like you're better off playing B side, like holding from B side than holding from halls, because they can see you first. Anyways, here LVC going on the attack, sending bomb mid. They're trying to get some mid aggression here early on. Flash with the double doors doesn't get anything.
as now John Cook maybe looking to fly it through, but decides against it. Sardog going to pick JV off the B site. And now LVC just flying on through.
They
Looks
know
like-
belongs safe without a chamber. So he's going to go through B main onto the B site, and
Only one
BSC is
here
not
Mamba.
responding to it. They have no info this happening. Now they're just starting to rotate the Viper over.
Is Mamba going to take a bit of damage from that nade? Will they check this corner? And they
Check.
do.
Goes down. It's
Fantastic
planted
work
for
from him.
long. Reliable's going to play back
Spike
for this
planted.
plant spot.
Snox, I think he hits a few bullets there off the right click, but going to need to put in a bit more than that for this retake. It's a 5.
LVC hasn't lost a single player, and 3 halls too long.
A very slow retake as well, as Nyclom just trying to find some smokes to throw down. Now going to push in.
LVC stag towards hall.
And he's going to take a lot of
Spotted,
damage.
gets
Managed to take
traded.
down 1, but John Cook going to find 2. And that 2 coming from Floof, but it doesn't matter. Sardog there for the peak as LVC 2 rounds
11-2
away
score.
from putting 2 rounds away from putting this series to bed, and they have just looked so good, winning both pistols on this map.
LVC forcing up here. We see the same from BSC. They have to force here, otherwise they're just gonna lose. They could get 1 round after LVC gets 12, but it's gonna be really difficult. So if LVC wins this, they can win next, because BSC just can't buy next round.
And that's that Flash is going to do some work, and trade for trade. Reliable though, finding 2. As-
The fake bird gets 1.
Is he gonna find the second?
Zarya
He
gets
is.
2.
And
4v1 for BSC here.
And Snugs, Zario, just having the time of his life, throws down the bird and fakes that chamber.
Spike planted.
Spike going to get planted on B.
This Viper doesn't have many
Jeez.
options here.
Juice going to be in a good angle, and there's the kill. Now 1 round
1
away.
round away.
Match point.
Match point for LVC. Series point for LVC. This is
And as mentioned before, BSC can't full buy this round, so they had to win last round to really, have a chance, but it's looking really, really grim for them, because LVC could win with this bonus right here, and if they don't win this round, they can full buy next round. So it's a lose-lose for BLC. BC.
Where are you?
that Haunt should
Mark's
be able to get some info, and it gets the spot as they missed the destroy on him. John Cook
Can
just
pick.
playing with these BSC players.
Dog
Gets traded
doesn't-
out though,
Doesn't spot that player.
as now LVC just playing so aggressive. They are throwing themselves into connector. Azario got 2. That's 1. Finds the
That's 2.
second, and now
4v2.
both players from ESC going to be up, and it's a 1v3. It's doable. It is the chamber. It is a chamber.
It is doable as long as LVC bombs playing for long. So as long as LVC just stays together long, they just win this. They have Skyult here.
And they spot him, and that's the kill from Sardog.
Another reverse sweep, 2 weeks in a row from LVC.
LVC not big fans of taking map 1. I mean, it's reasonable. They
It's-
like the late hours. They're
It's
nighters.
a new pistol.
It's-
Instead of losing pistol, they lose map 1.
Yeah, it's the new LVC way. Fantastic recovery though from LVC, taking that one 13-2.
I mean, you can see the great divide on the scoreboard. 4 LVC players just right at the top.
That was fantastic. I mean, the defense was just incredible from LVC. They just were doing whatever they wanted, and BSC just had no response for it at all.
Yeah, I mean, BSC really had to adjust, and they did. They took some timeouts, I believe, but they didn't fix any other issues. Their buys were really mixed up. Like as a team, you just have to be more coordinated too. withstand a push from LVC, how they're doing it, and really have a chance to bring it back.
And that now puts LVC at 2-0 in NECC play. I mean, that's definitely a great result from them. Still have a bit to clean up, but for the most part, they look fantastic. And they had a sub in today, and he played well. I will say, Reliable had a great series today as well.
Yeah.
So looks like everything's working out for them, and that will be it though for us tonight. Yeah. So LVC going to 2-0 in the season. If you didn't see on the B stream, Rocket League Varsity also took their series. I think they won 3-0. I haven't had a chance to look at the score yet, but they won their series. I do know that. So they are also 2-0, but that is in NACE.
And
So
Valorant plays NACE Wednesday, right?
yes, Wednesday at 7, I believe, is their next
7.
matchup. Tomorrow night we will see Rainbow Six taking on Fanshawe. They will be taking on Fanshawe in week 2 of NECC play. So we will be back tomorrow night. Well, I will be back tomorrow night. I don't know if you probably won't, but it's okay. That is it from us tonight, though. We will see you guys later.
Peace.
Goodbye, everybody.
Stayed up for